Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Frank, Stevie, Kieran are with us. We showed a picture of Stevie and Kieran winning the FA Cup during the show to look ahead to Arsenal-Liverpool. Apparently, Frank has now WhatsApped our producer a picture of himself just so that we show that, just to make sure we know and remember that there he is, that he did win the FA Cup. So,
completely untrue. I never asked for anything, but thank you very much too. Oh, I see my son and my daughter just below me. Oh, lovely.
Are they really, Frank?
Thank you very much.
Just below you there? Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's my daughter. Oh, yeah, look at them. Oh,
that's a beauty.
That's my kid.
That's a brilliant picture, Frank. That's beautiful. Oh, that's. Yeah. I'm surprised you could find those so quickly. Kieran's here, which is I heard you were late today for the Chelsea game.
No.
I definitely heard you were late for the Chelsea game.
Grassing on me again. Were you?
What happened?
I don't believe that.
You have no respect for Chelsea, Kieran.
No, exactly. Exactly. Just because it's Arsenal.
I wish I was late. I wish I missed the first half, to be honest.
Well, yeah. What happened? Unprofessional.
Sleeping? Yeah, I slept in.
Wow. There you go. Oh, been told to move on. Well, Kieran, Stevie and Craig said in their day they took cup games as seriously as league games, especially the FA Cup. What about your generation? How seriously did you take the FA Cup?
No, we took it seriously. I mean, we won it 3 times. You can't not take it seriously.
All right, Frank.
You know? No, we took it seriously.
Yeah.
We took it seriously. It was, especially as a young player as well, it was your chance to get a game a lot of the time because it was such a busy schedule with the Champions League. We rest players a lot. So, you know, as 18 to early 20s it was huge for us. Absolutely huge. Whenever you got a call up to play an FA Cup game, we took it real serious.
It was visually bad to see...
Dan, I'm sorry. Don't you think it's more the medias and maybe the coaches would take it less seriously?
Yes.
You know, where they put most of the time the B team because they don't want to tire some players, and the media they
We're
talk
the media,
about
Frank.
it like
we take it seriously.
No, you are the media. I'm a former player. I'm a pundit. So you are the media.
Yes, but we take it seriously. We led the show with it. We spent 40 minutes yesterday talking about Spurs.
I'm not talking about, especially about you. You're not the media overall. You know, you're one of the guys working with them for the media. But I'm saying that most of people in the press, they don't take it seriously like they used to be. It was a priority before, and like the coaches. They put the B team most of the time. They show to the people that they don't take it seriously enough for me.
Oh. What about him earlier, eh? It sounded like Burley. Oh, do we have to do all those highlights again? Have to see all those goals again. Oh, sorry we have to show goals on a soccer show. It was visually bad to see Sunderland-Newcastle match in their striped jersey. As an ex-player, how important is it to get a better contrasting jersey? Did you have any problems with opposition that looked similar to Liverpool kits back in the day?
No, not at all. Never. I'll tell you what I did have a problem with, though. When players, at one stage, used to be able to put tape around the bottom of their socks.
OK.
So if my team was wearing white socks, for example, the opposition were wearing red, but they had all the bottom tape. You know, a lot of times your peripheral, you're only seeing legs.
Stevie didn't play with his head up, that's why.
You're only seeing, you know, you don't see the whole picture.
Right.
And so when you see the white, it could make you think that it's one of your own players. So I really hated that. And then eventually they stopped that. You weren't allowed to do that anymore.
Right.
Eventually you had to put, whatever you put on your socks had to be the same colour.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting fact, Stevie.
Yeah, refs would stop you in the tunnel and say, you've got to take it all off.
Oh, yeah, take it all off, and that's it.
Yeah,
nightmare.
As far as the strip, no.
No. Robbie Mustoe tells a story, doesn't he, of when he was playing, he had to ask to be taken off because he's colourblind. And he couldn't.
Oh, he couldn't.
He couldn't distinguish between his shirts and the opposition shirt. That shirt's a good excuse.
Wow.
That's right, isn't it? Why are you playing rubbish? What about you, Frank? Were there any opposition shirts that you didn't like?
No, that was never been an issue for me. I know that goalkeepers sometimes they thought about wearing something like white or yellow because it made the body being bigger.
Right.
But it reminds me that Sepp Maier, the black, always suited German goalkeeper, was always in dark or always in black, and it was absolutely fantastic. But yeah, it's true. When you want to look big, you normally wear white.
I've got my Ronnie Moran head on again.
Okay.
So I remember.
Ronnie Moran is Liverpool's assistant coach.
Yeah, he
when
was,
Stevie
yeah.
here.
Well, see, Ronnie would never allow any of our goalies to wear a bright yellow or a bright white in certain conditions, because he always talked about when Liverpool beat Nottingham Forest on a dark, foggy night in a cup game, and Peter Shilton had a pure white top on. And he always said the reason that, I think it was Kevin Keegan scored the goal, and Keegan told him afterwards, he said, the only reason I knew where the goal was is because I just saw this pure white jersey, and I instinctively knew. And so Ronnie, from there on, depending on the conditions, he would not let our goalkeeper wear a bright top in case it gave an advantage to the
It makes you
opposition.
wonder then, why do goalkeepers wear bright tops?
I don't know. People, I mean, I've heard other people saying, well, then the back four will know where the goalie is.
Right.
And again, Ronnie's answer would be, you better know where the goalie is, never mind if he's got a bright top on.
Yeah, Kieran.
I mean, just all these little things.
Sort it out.
That's Kieran's fault.
Frank, I didn't think you were on Twitter anymore, but somehow you've managed to send in a question. Has Frank ever been approached or worked as a model?
Oh.
Not with a bang on it.
Oh, have you seen my face?
Well, yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Well, I never thought I was handsome enough to pretend to be a model. I'm getting okay, you know. While
Yeah, what about the chocolate shirt that
I think
you wore?
I age.
Remember that chocolate thing you had on, Frank?
Excuse me.
The chocolate shirt.
Oh yeah, the chocolate. Oh yeah, that's all right. But you know, it was just for a charity. I wouldn't do that every year, you know. So it's all right. And I'm 50. I'm almost 56. Gonna have to calm down.
Oh, there you are.
That's all right.
Kieran, have you ever been asked for a model?
No. I could see Frank in some Givenchy or like.
Well, this is the chocolate picture, by the way, that we're referencing.
Whoa! Oh yeah.
What a man! What a man!
What
It looks like something from Troy.
Looks all right, Frankie boy.
Oh, there you are. There you are. Stevie's a fan. Nice
The
one.
Viking.
Okay, and we're going to move on.
The Viking.
For
Jealous. You're so jealous.
yes. For Kieran, do you believe a second fresh start can get Timo Werner back to the form of his 2019-2020 season? For that matter, does a second fresh start ever fully work for a position so reliant on confidence?
My answer is yes for Timo Werner, purely because of the manager and the team that he's going to.
What's the manager called again?
Postecoglou.
There you go.
There you go.
Say it with confidence.
Well done.
I think he is the perfect fit for a high-pressing team, an exciting team, a lot of movement up front. I think he can find his form.
Stevie, would a player like Richarlison lose confidence hearing the Timo Werner news, given his current form?
It's possible. Not knowing the guy, he looks quite a stubborn person. So it looks to me as though he'd be one of those guys that would go, all right, you're going to bring somebody in, are you?
Right.
Even though the manager will absolutely have had a word and said, look, we've lost Heung-min Son. We don't, you know, we need
It's pretty obvious.
more players, blah, blah, blah. But still, even though the manager says that to you, there's still a little thing in your head going, what if?
Well, yeah, of course.
So I think he'll be a stubborn type, Richarlison. He'll go, you know what, I'm going to do every single thing I can to make sure that this guy doesn't get on the field.
We talked about this when hockey goes to Barcelona, how Lewandowski would react. How did you react, Kieran, when someone would come in who played your position?
I mean, you have to see it as a challenge. You have to see it as a challenge. And you also have to see it as that you're both playing for the same team as well. So you know, you want to try and get the best out of the team, especially if, you know, there's so many injuries in Spurs' team right now. They also might be able to play together. Richarlison can play out wide. Timo Werner's played out wide for Chelsea as well. So I don't think it's like a direct competition one-for-one with these two. I think that they can tinker fingers around a bit up the top. I think that's what he's going to do.
Did you ever see anyone get the hump or treat someone badly that came in? Like, that came in to take their position? Or is that just...
Nah, not really.
Because as you say, everyone's on the same page.
No,
It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I think with goalkeepers...
Shaka had a goalkeeper who
sometimes
didn't
it can
speak to him.
Really?
Yeah, since he arrived.
Yeah, but that's because it's Shaka.
Well, yeah, Shaka's so unlikable. Saw a photo of Maidstone United fans sitting in the bushes outside the stadium to watch an FA Cup match. Do you guys remember any football ground where fans can watch a match without actually being in the stadium?
Yeah, where have I played?
Rayo Vallecano does it, doesn't it? In Spain, obviously, you got the block of flats.
You used to be able to do it at Ibrox in Glasgow.
Right.
Just when they were bringing the stadium up to new standards, there were gaps between the side and the back.
Really, yeah.
So people could actually, for a little spell. But there are, I'm trying to remember. Generally, it's lower league clubs where you see that happening. I'm trying to think. There are a few though.
Yeah, there are a few around. Frank?
I think.
Yes, two clubs. One I played for is Toulon when I was in the academy. For when you have the Stade Mayol, where the rugby team of Toulon plays, you have a big building, and some people are renting the flats for big European game when Toulon plays against most of the time English big clubs in France, and also Guingamp. I remember playing with Marseille, whereas Guingamp you have like two kind of flats on the side where they're not that high, but because you have no stands on the corner, the people they can go on the balcony and watch the game. It's pretty amazing. It's funny.
Hey, nice. Freebies. Kieran, if Stevie wins the bet at the end of the season, the bet, of course, is that Manchester City will win the league over Arsenal. How will you pay him? Would it be a bag of 5,000 coins, a $50 bill, or 50 singles?
I'm definitely 50 single. I might even give him cents.
Yeah, that's what he gave me.
Yeah.
He gave me. I've still got the big bag at home.
I'm gonna go 5,000 coins.
Yeah, 5,000 coins.
I look bothered with that.
There you are. Stevie would take that.
You can make it 10,000 if you want. Cut them in half.
Let's do double or quits then. Should we do a double or quits? I'll think of a double or quits tonight, and then if it is, I'll give you 10,000 coins. How about that? Halfway through the season.
I'd wait until maybe we're deeper into the evening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Worst and best investment decision the lads have ever made. Oh my crikey! Surely Stevie has something golden.
No.
Did you invest in anything golden, Stevie?
They didn't turn out golden.
Oh no! What did you invest?
What are you talking about? Invest?
Like, did you buy a pub or invest in stock or do something with your money?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I'd rather not talk about it. It never ended well.
I don't even know this story. Really?
Yeah, I lost a lot.
Oh no! That's why you're here with me.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
Yeah. What did you? Why do you think Elsa would turn up to sit next to you?
Wow.
What bet did you put on?
I didn't know.
That wasn't a bet.
There you are, Kieran. What was a stupid thing you invested in?
I did get done once. Someone was knocking around houses, selling cutlery sets. Selling cutlery sets.
Right.
And he was a guy. He said, "I've got all of this stuff. I'm leaving back to France.
Okay.
I'm going across the water. I can't take all of these." Huge knives, and he said it's amazing. He has a culinary company.
Okay.
He done me bad, and it was Christmas time, so I thought it's perfect. I can get the family, a nice cutlery set.
Okay. What was wrong with it?
Oh, it was basically plastic.
How much did you spend on it?
Oh, it was north of £1,000.
Blimmin' heck.
Yeah.
Wow.
I ended up buying a couple of sets for the family.
Of course you did.
I was like, perfect. I don't have to go Christmas shopping now.
Yeah, it's some plastic forks. Frank, what about you?
For the worst, I invested in some drinks. Well, drinking supposedly very healthy drinks for kids at school, and put down like $50,000 that I never saw anymore. After that, the guy disappeared and in fact said that he had no money anymore. So I let it go. But on the best one, I invested on the the first French betting company in France, and it really worth it.
All right. Okay. No, the worst one's a better story, Frank. We don't want to hear your stories of success. They're boring.
Congrats, Frank.
Well, you say worst and best.
No, but then the worst is more interesting. I don't want to hear you bragging about buying stocks that have now made you very rich. Have you ever lost faith in a manager because you didn't believe he could develop you and help you become the player you wanted to be? Kieran?
No, I couldn't say that under Arsene Wenger. It was my first coach after.
How hands-on would he be with you?
Have you ever
he was hands-on. Him and Pat Rice, and then Steve Bold, who I had in the youth team.
Right.
Were, I mean, Steve I have to give a lot of credit to as well, because he was the younger age, more from 14 to 17, 18. So, they're crucial years coming up as a player. So they were really important for me, but I didn't have any ones at that age that I didn't like, to be honest.
What was it like when you were kind of making your way through that time and seeing players, obviously, that you'd all started together at 14, slowly but surely kind of drop off and you're kind of still going? It must be so strange because you hear so many stories, don't you?
Yeah.
Of kids at that age getting cut or getting injured and like you kept going.
Yeah, it's crazy how quickly it changes actually, because when I joined from Wimbledon when I was 14, you would have probably said that I was one of the bottom 2 or 3 in the team that would have had a chance of, even having a career in the game. Actually, to be honest, at that age, you're not developed physically enough. Everyone develops at different times. And I was one of the smaller ones when I went there, and then just from 17, well, probably 16, one good pre-season. And you get the opportunity to start training with the first team, and you just keep plugging away, and you get that chance, and then before you know it, you don't look back. And
when you make that step up, like Stevie always says, when you first introduce first team, it's like keep it simple, don't make a mistake. Was that what's going through your head?
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, there was I played in a reserve game, and we played against Chelsea in a reserve game in Barnet, and Drogba was playing for some reason.
Oh, nice.
And I was just, I don't know, I was 16 or 17, and he must have been coming back from injury.
Sure.
And I remember running backwards and turning around and just running into him. I ran into the back of him and just completely fell to the floor. And he looked down and as though like a fly had swatted him. And he was just like, "You all right?" And so that, when you make that big jump, it's pretty incredible how, especially not as a big player. I wasn't a big player. I was more agile and quick.
It's like the same build as me.
Similar to you.
Very similar, yeah.
Especially what I saw last year, you at the pool in LA.
And what a treat that was for you, Kieran.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. You seen it?
Well, thank you.
And then what was the best bit of advice that Wenger gave you?
Best bit of advice. Oh, there wasn't anything in particular specifically that he said, but he did have a very unique way of giving you confidence in things that he would say, and the way he would be impressed with the way you trained, and the composure that he gives you, the way he makes you feel calm in high pressured situations was probably his best.
Right.
The best attribute that he had about him. Before your debut, before big games, he would have a unique way of not just telling me but the team in general of how to stay focused on what we actually wanted to do rather than think about the occasion.
Obviously, he wasn't a ranter and a raver, like, come on, we can do this.
No, but when he did lose it, he lost it.
Did he?
Yeah. The very few times.
And how did you react? Because obviously when a teacher gets angry in school, we all kind of laugh. Like, do you have to...
Oh, no. There's no laughing.
No? There's no giggling?
No. No laughing.
Stevie, have you ever lost faith in... have you ever lost faith in a manager?
No, I think when you reach a stage of playing in the Premier League with an Arsenal or a Liverpool or whatever, and you go through being a kid, You know, we always talk about you're born with a certain amount of talent, you're just born with it.
Yeah.
I also think you're born with a football brain as well, because the only type of information I remember is the good stuff.
Okay.
I think you're born with an instinct.
You can almost filter it.
That you can filter it, and by the time it's gone through, all the nonsense, you don't take any notice of it. Because I don't know, I'm sure there's been tons of nonsense people have told you what to do.
Right.
And I don't remember any of it, but I can remember all the good stuff. So I think you're born with a football brain that filters, and the good things and the sensible things stay in your brain.
Frank, having played for a number of clubs in different cities, which city was your favourite to live in?
I really enjoy London because it's a beautiful capital, beautiful city, and lots of culture, everything. But I have to say that Strasbourg really surprised me when I arrived, and I stayed 5 years there, and I came back like a month ago to see the Christmas market. It's absolutely beautiful, and I encourage everybody, if you've never been to Strasbourg, to see that beautiful city. It's you have everything there, and it's not a big city, but everything was perfect. And in terms of football, they're crazy football fans, so always packed in the stadium. Let me know. Love the football, love the culture, love the food. Everything's perfect. Yeah, I really enjoy Strasbourg.
When Frank went back, he got a lot of attention, obviously, as a former player. And he was also dressed in his '98 kit, carrying around the World Cup. He does that when he goes to other cities, just to make sure that people know. That is it. We are done. Thank you to Frank, Stevie and Kieran. We will be back tomorrow. Oh, there it is. Just one last time.
Signing out.
And if he's not in his France kit, he's in that. There is 2 outfits. So we'll be back tomorrow to reflect on Arsenal against Liverpool. Be sure to join us.